This panorama model is of the three sections of garden that currently make up what's commonly referred to as Yuanming Yuan, the Old Summer Palace. The Summer Palace was the retreat for the imperial family and entourage during the summer months in Beijing, just north of the city. This summer palace was burned and looted by Anglo-French forces during the Second Opium War in 1860. We are right here at the red flag. We're in the northeast corner right now. The subway stop off line 4 for Yuanming Yuan is down here in the south. And this area down here is its own little section. This area up here is its other little section. And then the area that most tourists want to go to see the ruins is over there in the west. And that's where, during Emperor Qianlong's reign of the Qing, I think he employed Jesuit missionaries to create Western-style mansions. And you can see the ruined columns. It's kind of like walking around a ruined Greco-Roman temple or something in Europe. Those buildings actually stood up much better during the pillaging because they were made of stone. Most of the Chinese buildings here are wooden pavilions, so they burned and were largely destroyed during the Arrow Wars. I've heard sometimes the Second Opium War referred to. I have a little video here in Mandarin you can watch. But you can see some of these buildings are quite European. The guidebook said it was the Jesuits. But the locals were carting away the stone from those buildings as recently as the 1970s. Same as what you find at the Great Wall. It wasn't until the 1970s that a lot of these things came under state-level protection. Here's a corner watchtower. I guess I didn't turn my light on. I'm recording this on the iPhone's native app, and you only get a choice of leaving the light on or off for the whole video. Stupid soccer moms are accidentally turning the light on while they recorded their kids' recital. So this is what we're left with. No choice to have the light on or off during the actual recording of the video. You turn it on before and leave it on, and then it's locked for the video. This is the kinds of idiot-proof stuff I don't like about Apple. Last night I was researching whether I'll get the new iPhone 6 or 6 Plus, and part of me just wants to say they can go fuck themselves, because a lot of the stuff they have on that phone has been out for 2 or 3 years on Android, and it's like, really? You come out with a bunch of stuff that is 2 or 3 years behind Samsung, and you're the world's biggest corporation? Plus it takes a while for all the jackets and third-party vendors to come out with battery cases and that sort of thing. And there's stupid stuff like the iPhone 6 Plus has its camera sticking out of the back. It's not flush, so it's going to get all scratched up. Even with the case, it'll be flush with the case that you put on it. But then it's still going to get scuffed if you have it in a bag or something, so there's no recess over the camera. You'll also get a lot more glare because of that. I use an umbrella when I shoot outdoors most of the time to avoid that, but still, if it's going to get all scratched up on the camera, does it really matter that it's got optical image stabilization? If the camera's all scratched, the lens gets scratched on the outside and dirty all the time, fingerprints on it because you're touching it accidentally because it's not recessed. Little stupid things like that really annoy me. Like this map's not even oriented towards north, so when I first came in I had to walk around it. But this is the way we entered the garden from the metro stop on line 4. I took line 8 to 10 to 4 to get here, which was the longer way. I could have just went 6 to 4, but I wanted to travel in straight lines so I could map my route here today. It's a little after 12:30, and I've been walking now for 2 miles over an hour. So this is the route we came in on. We're in Changchun section. I walked through Chichun, and then the tourist ruins that people come to see over here at the Old Summer Palace are in this area to the west. So it's really a whole day commitment. There's a museum on the Peking University campus here, the Sackler. This is the route I took up to the Ming tombs. Line 13 runs along the same tracks as the train to Changping. Changping's a new suburban line. So this is the Ming tombs up here that I did this weekend. That's where the 13 of the 16 Ming emperors are buried. But we're here now from Dongcheng area, central, north central Beijing, line 8 to come on. I dropped too many pins, it's hard to get to line 10, switching at Beitucheng, and I switched again at Hedian Huangzhuang to line 4. I could have just gone to Pingli and Ping'anli and come up here, would have been easier. But if you're going to play this game, you got to hop in and out of the metro stations. Hit the record button, put it on airplane mode, go down into the metro, travel in a straight line, go back up, and each time you're going through the metro, you're paying 2 Yuan, you know, because they charge here per ride. So, you know, it still only cost me like $1 extra to do this. But you got to clear security, take your bag off, put it through the scanner, you know, walk up and down flights of steps. It's kind of a hassle. But if you're like me and you're a nerd, you end up with this nice little souvenir map of everywhere you went. Whereas you would not have these lines, you would just come out of the subway here and you could record yourself walking by satellite track. But, you know, there's a little model here with the bronze heads from the water clocks that Beijing's slowly been getting back from the Western powers that pillaged them 150 years ago. So, there are boats too that'll take you around the moats here. Most of the lotuses are gone. They bloomed a month ago when I went to Edinburgh for the summer. I was in Hangzhou and they were just starting to pop out around Westlake. By the way, the model for the summer palace here with the big lake that everything revolves around with the central pavilion and little islands is all modeled after Westlake. That set the trend for Chinese and really East Asian garden landscape design for 1,000 years. Westlake in Hangzhou and Zhejiang province where I was earlier this summer. But there were still some lotuses here and there that were in full bloom, quite nice. More lily pad lotuses, not the big tall ones, I don't think. And we're here.